Hi, I'm Carly and welcome back to Farmer Analytics. Do you ever feel like your dewormer is just not working? Do you dose your animals and then find that they still look thin, sick, just not well? You might be dealing with dewormer resistance, and this can be really dangerous because while you think that you have treated the problem is still persisting. In this video, I'll walk you through 3 signs that your dewormer might not be working and how to find out for sure. The first sign is that your animal doesn't improve after treatment. You give the dewormer, maybe you even repeated it, but the animal still has pale eyelids, they're still thin, they still may have diarrhea, and it just doesn't seem like the problem was fixed. And if you've ruled out nutrition problems or other illness problems, your animal may still be dealing with parasites, and parasites that just aren't dying. The second sign is that their Fibonacci score might not improve. So if you check their Fibonacci score before treatment and they were very pale, and then you check them again after treatment and they're still pale, this could be a sign that your dewormer didn't work and that those parasites are still thriving. If your sheep or goat had pale eyelids before treatment and still has pale eyelids 10 to 14 days after treatment, this could be a sign that you're dealing with resistance and those parasites are still thriving and still making your animal sick. Strongyle worms like the barber pole worm is a bloodsucker. And if they are still thriving and not being killed off by your dewormer, you're still going to continue to see that anemia, and you're going to continue to see pale eyelids. And the best way to know for sure is to actually take a fecal egg count. Test before you treat, and then test again 10 to 14 days later as a follow-up test to make sure that your deworming actually worked. If the egg count hasn't dropped by at least 90%, then your dewormer is no longer fully effective. This means that you're dealing with resistance and a resistant population of parasites on your pastures and living in your flock. Doing a sampling before and after testing is called a fecal egg count reduction test. And this is a great way to determine if you're dealing with resistance and to see really how efficacious your dewormers are working on your farm. A fecal egg count reduction test is the gold standard for detecting resistance. Dewormer resistance is real. It's a growing problem. And really the only way to stop it is to implement fecal egg counts, make sure that you're detecting it before you have a bigger issue. And fecal egg counts can also help you to slow resistance by telling you which animals may or may not need treatment and avoiding using dewormers when you don't actually need to be using them. If you need help doing a fecal egg count reduction test or figuring out how to do it, I'm here for you. If you need a lab to send the samples to, it's as easy as collecting the sample, sending it to me, and we'll send you the results. And I'm also happy to answer any questions that you may have following up to figure out what your fecal egg count reduction percentage is. The link's in the description box below. Send a sample to us to get started. Drop your parasite questions in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.